Hey retirees, recent retirees. This is one of my gardens, my native plant gardens on public land. I got permission. Used to be all invasive species. And I ripped them all out and now it's native plants and full of wildlife. But the reason I'm showing you this is because this is what I hope you'll do with your retirement for your own health and mental health, physical health, your well-being. You know, a lot of you are having trouble filling your day. And this is the ideal solution to that problem. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, about what I do, how I fill my day. My days are really full. I've been retired, as many of you know from other videos, for going on 7 years. I get up in the morning. I can't wait to get out. Winter, summer, you know, today's a cold, snowy day, but I'm dressed for it. I feel good. The air is clean. You know, it's just really nice to be out here. And you could do this too. You absolutely should be. And there's another reason that you should do this is because our planet is in deep trouble. Our environment is in trouble. And there's, you know, 10,000 of us a day retiring. There's millions of us. We can really get an awful lot accomplished and make a difference for the planet, for future generations, for our grandchildren and great-grandchildren and their children. So this is important stuff. But it's important for you too, because this is going to make you healthier, like I said, physically and mentally. But okay, let's take a little walk around and see what we see. And I'll explain as we go why this is so important for you. Now that's going to come out, but that's the afternoon sun on some of the perennials. I don't cut these perennials down, these annuals or perennials down in the winter, because there's so much food here for the birds and the little mice, and then the animals that eat them. Excuse me. That's 95 in the background, so we're 100 feet or so from 95, and yet you have all this wildlife right here in northern New Jersey, just because the native plants are here. You know, you wouldn't have any of this wildlife if they were just invasive plants. So I think it's really pretty in the winter too. Okay, so here we are. We're at a spot in the garden. Tons and tons of bird footprints, eating all the seeds. Bunch of different plants here, evening primrose and rudbeckia, seed heads, some asters. And you'll notice I have put a few of these signs up that say, please do not pick the flowers. This is a public park. People come here, they're like, oh, you know, let's pick some flowers, make a bouquet. Oh, it doesn't work that way. This is here for the pollinators, for the birds, for the animals. And when we visit this garden again, come May and June, you'll see how many flowers are here. The whole place is just filled with blooms, you know, really beautiful. And, you know, honestly, I'm not lying. I'm proud of it. It's a really nice garden, and it's just good for the pollinators, for the butterflies, the bees, all the little bugs, the birds, the voles and the mice, everybody who comes here, the foxes, the rabbits. The deer are like crazy, but it's just, you know, great for wildlife. Across the ways, old mugwort, there's nothing. Nothing's living there, and that's what used to be here. I know, I'm repeating myself, but us old people do that. Okay, let's check some more. Okay, here's some rabbit prints and some rabbit poop. And you wouldn't think that would be a big deal, but we used to have tons of rabbits here. And now there's really, like everything else, there's not many left at all. So I'm happy when I see that. And you know, they go to the piles of brush, the brush piles, sorry. Probably in there right now. Cool. Okay, this is what's left of anise hyssop, another native plant, not really native to New Jersey, but native to states nearby. And look at all the bird seeds underneath, bird prints underneath eating the seeds. There's hardly any seeds left, but I guess they really like them. And let me show you something down here. This is a brush pile, okay? I just throw a lot of weeds on. And there you can see this trail in the snow. That's from a vole. And the voles live underneath this brush pile. The other side has a nice hole that they dug to get under there. Maybe we'll see that. And the vole is like a hamster-sized rodent. Kind of cute. I think they're cute. I know a lot of gardeners don't think so because they eat plants. But, you know, we get hawks and foxes. Kestrels, a little beautiful, colorful little falcon, sits in this tree right here and picks off the voles as they come by. So, you know, everything is connected. I mean, I hate to see the little voles get killed, but I don't want to see the hawks starve to death either. So it's all good. It's all good. Okay, see if we find something else. There's some more prints. Not sure. These are a little bigger. These could be vole. I don't think they're a bird print because of that tail. You know, you see the tail line on them? But they were having a good time with these seeds. These are aster seeds, apparently, they're feeding on. Very nice. There's another view of the garden in the winter with the sun on it in the afternoon. Really pretty. You know, and this is something that retirees can do. I just met a man while I was standing there taking pictures. He retired last April. And he, you know, he misses work because he's bored. There's no reason to be bored. There's so much work to be done on the planet. Come on, guys and gals. Look how pretty this is. And this was just a wasteland a few years ago. You know, and I'm not saying you have to make this gigantic garden. You start a little bit at a time, you know. You know, what do they say? Nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something. And every little bit counts. It all counts no matter how small a thing that you do. So hopefully I can get you guys to retire for nature. Okay, I guess I'll leave it there. I hope you like these videos. If you do, please hit the like button and subscribe, and, you know, leave me comments. Let me know what you think. I don't know. Apparently that helps my algorithm, whatever that is. But, you know, I just want to get the word out that there's a lot of things retired people can do to enrich their own lives, keep them healthy, and also help the planet at the same time. All right, you all take care.